What is good, people? Welcome back to another video. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a self-fade home haircut video, or whatever you want to call it, and I've been doing this for the past maybe 3 years, and it's what got me into barbering, and I've been doing it ever since, even now that I'm not a barber anymore. It's a really useful skill, and I feel like it's something everyone should know how to do if they need to in an emergency. I prefer doing this myself, as I feel that I can do it the way I want to do it, and not any way a barber's gonna do it, which I might not like, because a lot of time these days barbers mess up your hair. I'm sure you guys have all experienced that once in your life before, and once you get good at doing your own hair, it'll never happen again, and you can do it whenever you like. You can do it when you're traveling, and another benefit is once you do it after a whole year, the savings are crazy. The amount of money you save if you do it for a whole year. Say if you get like skin fades and you have to cut your hair quite regularly, or you have black or thick hair or something like that. For example, I do my hair every 5 days, so it will be very expensive. I could get away with it doing it every week, but since I have the luxury of being able to do it from my own home, I just do it every 5 days. This video was filmed 5 days ago, or yeah, 5 days ago, so I'll probably do it again today, so I hope you enjoy. Okay, so basically what happened is the first time I did this, I didn't plug the mic in or something properly, so the whole thing was filmed without a mic. But yeah, I had an absolute monstrosity on my head from helping my dad move. He had to be out by a certain time and he had a lot of stuff. So me, my mum, and were helping him with that. So crazy time, my hair got out of hand. So yeah, I'm still going to use the earlier clips from that video though. Okay, so the first step you do before you do anything else is you're going to wash your hair properly with shampoo, and you're going to scrub until it properly foams up like this. And this is what I mean when I said I had a mess on my head. Next, you're going to put conditioner in. You're not going to rub this in completely, but you're going to put it on the tips. If needed, wash your hair twice with shampoo until it foams up, if it's that dirty. The next thing you're also going to do is, while you've got the conditioner in, you're going to wash your face. Not this hard. I was going too hard. I think I was just excited to get a haircut after like three weeks or a month. But yeah, wash your face. Do it twice again if you need to, but usually it should be fine, and it should foam up like this. Make sure you get your neck as well and your ears, and just clean everything. The reason you're washing your hair and conditioning and washing your face is the hair's going to come off a lot easier this way, and plus you want your skin to be all clean while you're doing this, so that you don't make any pimples occur or anything like that, because you're going to be irritating your skin a little bit and you want it to be clean. So I have this skin machine, or foil share, whatever you want to call it. I'll put the link here in the description and I'll put it up. I love this one because it's washable. I just get the kettle and pour this over, so it's much more hygienic and you're not going to cause any spots or irritation on your head. And then pour the kettle over it, and I also rinse it under the tap. And I love this because it's portable, it's tiny, and you can wash it properly, and it's just battery powered, so you don't need to charge it. This is my setup. I only use a 2 down to a 0.5 guard, sorry. I have my brush, I got my other brush here, I've got my cutlet razor here as well. Make sure you put a new blade in when you're using it, and oil. Make sure you oil up your clippers, as it's going to keep them sharp and running smooth. This is my WAHL V700, right? This is not a proper barber clipper. It has the lever though. It's plugged in, corded, so it's just so powerful, and I just feel it's better than anything I used when I was a proper barber, just due to its power. I used to use things like magic clips and WAHL seniors. So this is my self-cut setup. I'll put this in the link in the description as well. This is one of the most important things, so you can see all sides of your head. You can see the sides, and then when you turn on an angle, you can see the back. It also has these hooks on, which are extremely useful for hooking on the shower or anything like this, and it folds up as well, so you can travel with it. I actually ended up using this when I was in Fiji for this feature with the hooks on and being able to fold it up and travel. It's extremely useful, and I personally wouldn't be able to do this haircut without having this mirror. Okay, here we are again. Attempt number 2.5, all over. So the first thing you want to do, guys, is you want to shave the top of your hair all evenly. I do a number 2.5 all over. Now, it's nice to do this first because it just makes your haircut much more organized, and also when you're doing your hair, you want to go in all different directions, making sure you get all of it evenly, as on the top, sometimes your hair grows in lots of different directions. So make sure you get all of that, check it's all even, and then you get good for the next step. step, you're going to use your detailer to make your fade guideline, and your shape up, which is, for a shaved head, one of the most important parts of the haircut is making sure the shape up is good. So you're basically just going to be going up to the line of where you're going to be fading, right? So I go for a high fade, or I'd say mid to high fade. So I'm going to go up to this line here, and I'm going to make sure it's all nice and straight and even. When you're looking at the back of the mirror, guys, make sure you turn on an angle. So you turn sideways and you can see the back of your head. Once you've got the guideline how you want it, you're just going to go remove the bulk of the rest of the hair and cut it short. The reason you want to do this with a detailer is this is going to allow the hair to be short enough, so when you come over with the foil shaver, or people call it the skin machine, it's going to cut nice and short, and it's going to be able to not struggle on the longer hairs, say if you were to do it with a clipper. So we're going to be going to do a rough outline of how you want your shape up and hairline to look. Just to do it at the start of the haircut, so that that's already done when you're fading, you don't get in the way. I was trying to talk here, but I'll just talk over it. As you can see, I'm pointing to the highest point of my hairline there, and that is what you're going to follow throughout the rest. So you don't want to push it any higher than that. You want to use that as your guide, and then try and match up the rest of your hairline with that highest point. When you're doing the sides, you're going to take it on an angle and slightly just push back a little bit to make a nice straight line. All this comes with lots of practice. The shape up is one of the harder things, but just like with everything, with time you'll get better. I do my little corners there just to make it a bit cleaner as well. I feel like making sure your shape up and corners are good, it makes your face shape and just shapes your face much better. The next step after you've done your rough shape up on your hairline, you're going to be using the skin machine, and you're just going to be going over and over until it makes no more noise. So this is the skin machine, or foil shaver, whatever you like to call it. This is what's going to make your fade be a skin fade, right? I do skin fade. I find it looks the best, lasts the longest, so it's just better. It's more worth doing a haircut if you're doing a skin fade, because it's going to last much longer. So this is easy. You're just going to be going up about 1 centimeter or 2 centimeters under your guideline. Make sure you leave a bit of hair there so that you can fade that up, but we're basically just going to be going over and over and over where the hair is remaining. Like I said, just keep going and keep going until it doesn't make any more noise. Don't push hard, just keep going over and it will eventually be smooth. Another tip when you're doing your skin machine, if you pull the skin tight and pull all your skin up, it's going to do a much shorter shave. As you can see here, I'm doing that on the back, and it's going to do a much better job here when I'm pulling the skin like that. Especially when you're doing the back of your head and you have your creases in the back of your head, it's going to be able to get in there much nicer. Sometimes while you're doing this, you'll also find some hairs you've missed. Just go over with the detailer again and get rid of them. This is the next step to your fade. Basically, you're going to be using the detailer again, and you're going to be bumping out that 1 to 2 centimeter line you left under your first fade guideline. This is not a hard part, as long as you have a detail that cuts nice and short. And if it still leaves a line, pull the skin and go up, and just keep going over. And then if that still doesn't get rid of it, what you're going to do is you're going to turn the detailer upside down like this, or not upside down, the other way around, and you're just going to be doing what I'm doing here, and that goes very short, and that will almost certainly get rid of your fade line. What we're going to be doing now is we're going to be removing the 2 guard and we're going to be putting on the 1.5 guard, and we're going to be putting that open. As you can see, there's a lever that goes open and closed on your clipper. Make sure when you're buying your clipper you get a lever that opens and closes. So we're basically just going to be removing some of the bulk from the sides. We're not going to be going up to the top, but we're going to be going up on the sides of the head like I'm doing here. Just making a clean canvas to fade over basically. Now we're going to be putting the 1 guard on, so we're moving down another guard. We're going to be opening that again with the lever and just doing the same thing again, just going not as high obviously. So this is just going to make the canvas cleaner. Slowly starting our fade. You can close it as well and go up a little bit lower to what you just went, and you're slowly just going to be making your way down closer and closer to that fade line you made in the start. Go up only a few centimeters with the half guard open and create a guideline. So this is when the fade will really come together. You have no guard on, and we're going to be going up, as I said, only a few centimeters. This is a very important part of the fade, and it's where it's going to start to come together. Then the line you just made above that, you're going to get rid of that line with the 0.5 guard. Start open, go close, just play around with it. So make sure when you get your clippers, you get a 0.5 guard, because this is a vital guard to have to be able to get a good clean fade. As I said, get rid of the line you created with the no guard 0.5. This is where it really comes down to your skill and just flicking out and flicking up where you need to get rid of any dark spots and getting rid of fade lines. As you can see there, I've put another guard on. I've put the number 1 on because I felt that there's a few more dark spots a bit higher up that I need to get rid of. Then I've swapped down to the no guard again. It just comes down to practice at this point, guys. Make sure you're brushing all the time, brushing away the excess hairs and pushing the hairs down so it all sits evenly, and you can see how the fade will sit. Step is you're going to be doing your cutthroat razor on your hairline. This is going to be one of the last steps after you've done your main fading. This sort of brings everything together, and then after it's all brought together, you're going to do some touch-up work, take some pictures. I usually just take them on Snapchat, see if you can find any more lines, look at it in different lighting, like move this light around, check that out, check that it's all even on the top, because that's the thing that's easy to miss, and then you will be done. So when you're doing your hairline, you want to brush away all the hair. And you're just gonna remember, use this as your highest point, and you're gonna pull the skin and go up into the hairline, and really take your time. This part really takes a lot of practice, so just keep doing it, keep cutting your hair, and you will get good. You'll definitely get good. Corners, pull. And always be checking that this side is even with this side. Don't take one side up too high. It sucks when you push it too far back on one side and then you have to match that on the other side, and it's just annoying. Then you have to wait till it grows back. Also get the trimmer out, comb down any like long looking hairs, and just give them a little touch. I'd say this is even more important than the fade, because it shapes your whole face. And you want it to last even longer. Skin machine after the cutthroat razor. As you can see, when I turn to the side here and I'm just going over my hairline with the skin machine, you can see the line is a little bit too dark and too thick, and I'm going to need to go over that with a touch-up work on the fade after. This is what touch-ups are for. When I do touch-ups, I usually just like to use this no guard and open and close, or use the half guard and just lightly tap on the fade and kind of make sure you're always going straight and then curving out. Just any spots that look too dark, you You can also hear when it's cutting as well, so make sure you listen. And there we go guys, this is the finished result. I hope you guys made it all the way to the end of the video, and if you did, here is the finished result. Let me know if you think it's a good haircut, let me know if you don't think it's good. I hope I made this video nice and clear for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed. For me, on this haircut, I was kind of a bit too focused on making the video and filming the video instead of completely focusing on doing a good haircut, but I'm still happy with the haircut nevertheless. With my haircuts, I kind of focus more on the head shape and the way it makes your head shape look and balances out instead of the actual fade, because most people don't know anything about fades apart from barbers or people who cut their own hair, so that's not too much of a problem for me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comments if you did, and please remember to like and subscribe. Obviously I'm trying my best with this channel, so let me know what kind of content you like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.